For this question, we have a list that represents the number of paid vacation days required by law in different countries. So like here, country A requires 0 vacation days, country F requires 20. And for this problem, we're going to have to compute the mean and the standard deviation and interpret these things as well. And part A says, find the mean, rounding your answer to the nearest tenth of a day. It'd be pretty easy to do this by hand. You could add these up and divide by how many things there are. But you can actually also do this in StatCrunch, and I want to show you how to do that. If you click here, and then go open in StatCrunch, it'll open the data here and put it in a column here. There are calculators within StatCrunch that can do the mean and standard deviation and other computations for us, and it will save us a lot of time. So let me show you where the mean is located. If you click where it says Stat, then go Summary Stats, and select Columns because our data is in a column. It opens up this new window. You have to select the column where your data is located, so I just clicked here until it appeared over here. And if you go down a little bit, in Statistics, you can click where it says Mean. Then all you have to do is click Compute, and it gives me my answer of 13. I'll enter this number in here. I don't even have to round it. It's already rounded, so 13. Great. It goes on to ask us to interpret this. I guess that would be the average number of vacation days, so I suppose I'll go with C. Okay, now it wants me to find the standard deviation. Again, you could do this by hand, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, that is a lengthy computation, and it's very easy to make a mistake. So instead, what I'm going to do is go back into StatCrunch. The data is already in here, and I'm going to have this calculator do it for me. You could go back to Stats, Calculator, Summary Stats, and then go to Columns. But since we already have this window open, you can click where it says Options and go Edit, and it just takes us into the previous thing that we were working on, where I already selected vacation days. If we go down here, I want to click where it says Standard Deviation. And if you click it, it'll replace mean with standard deviation. If you actually wanted both the mean and the standard deviation listed, if you hold Command and click mean, it'll put both of these things over here. But anyway, all we need is the standard deviation, so I'm going to click Compute. And here we go. I already have the mean, but it also gives me the standard deviation. It asks to round to the nearest tenth as needed. So here, that 6 rounds that 4 up to a 5. The answer is going to be 8.5. That is the standard deviation. And then it's going to ask us for an interpretation. So I guess in terms of these three, I guess B seems like it makes the most sense, so I'll go with that. And finally, just one last part for this. Which number of days is farthest from the mean and therefore contributes to the most standard deviation? Okay, so the mean is 13. And if I look at these data points, well, 0 is definitely the furthest from 13, which represents in some sense the middle of your data. And 24 isn't as far away, so I'm going to go with country. I think it just wants me to put capital A in here. Check my answer. Okay, so that is it for this problem. I just wanted to go over, if you're doing a lot of computations by hand, I would suggest trying to avoid doing that and try to do your computations within StatCrunch.